Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jermaine Morgan, and welcome back to Jermaine Morgan TV. On last week, you checked out The Working Musician. It was the episode with Jerome Flood and myself, and we jammed out, we grooved out, and we talked about a couple of things that he's dealt with on the road. But one of the things, more importantly, I want to deal with on this lesson is kind of dive off into some of the chords that I was playing during the groove that we had going on. And I'm not going to dig too much into too many licks with this particular lesson, but I do want to kind of open up some of the stuff that I was doing with the chords. So stay tuned. So again, if you checked out the groove that we were doing on last week, there was a bridge part that really turned into his drum solo that I was basically playing chords on the bass. On last week's episode, I was actually playing with my 6-string bass, but obviously for demonstration purposes, I felt like it'd be better to do it on 4-string. That way you can kind of make out what I'm doing a little better and you don't get lost looking at all those strings. Also, just a reminder to you people that might be new and not used to me, I am playing a half step down. I tune my bass half step down. So with this particular bass, my low E is E flat, and so on. So everything is tuned a half step down. So when I say B, I'll be in your C position, but I'll actually be playing B. So the bridge section of that was So those were basically the chords that I was playing. So I'm going to break down even more in depth what I was doing with that. And so that was the 4. And we're in the key of F sharp. The groove was in the key of F sharp, or E flat minor. So I was playing the B, which is the 4 of F sharp. And I was going to the 2, which was the A flat minor. And I was going to the E flat minor, which was the 6. And then I was going to it was like a 7, which was an F minor. I was just voicing it different. And the way I voiced it, we'll get off into that, but I voiced it actually like this. All right, and so for the first chord, what I'm playing is I got the, okay? That's all that chord was. I was going, and I was just kind of going in between the first, in terms of my fingers, the thumb, pointer, and the middle finger of how I was just kind of strumming the chord. And so those two chords are the same. The A flat chord and the E flat chord are the same. And so I'm just strumming them. Just doing it in the rhythm, of the groove. And that chord, you can alternate it, or you can several ways you can do it. I just chose to play it this way. But it's the same thing if I were to do this. But I like all of those notes, so I played it in a way that it would have all those notes included. So again, what I'm doing, I'm barring here. Just like a minor, I'm barring it. And so I'm adding this note. I'm adding it with my pinky. Now I'm making this look a whole lot easier than what it is. If you got big hands, it's probably easy for you. If you've been playing chords a lot, it's probably easy for you. But for you guys that are not used to chords, this might be a bit of a stretch, And that's what it is. But again, you can play that chord as a minor. It's a 7 chord, so you can play. If that's more comfortable for you. And so that's all I'm doing. So I'm going here again for that B. It's like a B major 9. with the ninth in there. So it's B major with the ninth in there. So it's like 1, 5, and a 9. Or you can play it whichever works for you. I just like playing it this way. You can take that and make it your own and put it in any kind of progression or any kind of groove you want to. And you see what I'm doing now? I'm taking it and moving and like creating a melody with that. And so you can do that. I mean, all it is I'm adding that third in there. And that's something that I do a lot when I'm playing chords, or if I'm writing a song and I'm starting from the bass. I'll start playing around with that melody, and what I'll try to do is I try to connect the dots with my chords and let that so that's my melody. All right, so now I'm gonna try to add my chords with that. And so what you want to do is you just want to start connecting those dots, and you might have to start really slow, because the same thing I'm doing here. Once I know what that melody sounds like, now it's just a matter of positioning my hands to pull that melody out while I'm playing the chords. And notice how I'm stacking. I stack a little weird way, I guess, because I got my middle finger on the top string, and then I'm coming down with my ring finger. Then I go to the 6. Same thing. Instead of going, because that put me in a different place, which is a really nice sound. I ain't mad at that sound. So you can go. So, okay, we could do that on every other one, and we can substitute and go first time, and then the next time we'll go. Or you can do that as an option with those chords. So. First time. Alright, and so those are options that you can do, and just with those simple chords, basically the same chords I was doing in that groove. And that's all it is. This be the last tip. I'd like to take those chords and just move them around and experiment and see how many different sounds. Like if I'm doing just straight up the scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to 1. And then I could take that and start moving around. So I was showing you guys that whole that idea. So basically what I would do with that idea is I'll see how much can I play with that idea going up and down the scale. And and then going in between, like doing half steps and that kind of thing, just creating some cool stuff, cool sounds. You see what I'm doing? So I'm going. So I'm back where I started from. So again, I'm playing that's major, like a major 7 chord. I'm not getting into chord names because I don't want to get too confusing for some people who don't know all that theory stuff. I know some of y'all are gonna be really technical and ask me all these chord names, but I'm just not naming them for the sake of the people who don't really care about the names. They just care about the sound. So, so here we go. And so, I mean, like I said, just play with that. Just like start taking those chords. We know that the major scale again. Again, take that, play with it, come up with as much stuff as you can. Never stop having fun, never stop learning, because there's stuff all over this bass that you can find out. It's chords. You'll start writing songs, just vibing off of stuff. Trust me, I did several albums just by doing that type thing right there. So anyway, man, y'all comment, let me know what you think, and be sure to catch next week's lesson. I will have my good friend Justin Raines on here, so don't miss episode 5 of season 2 of Jermaine Morgan TV. Tell somebody about it. Share this video and head over to JermaineMorgan.net. Check out some of the stuff over there. I'll see you guys later. Take care.